Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a terrific Tuesday night. It is NXT night. It is the night after Stand and Deliver, or the first show after Stand and Deliver. We're going to be here for all of it, folks. Like, share, subscribe, click all the buttons, as we will be your live reaction to all the action here tonight. It's going to be a fun one. The Leafs scored, so strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Crazy days in the wrestling world. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, and me and that pretty face have you for the next few hours. So make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and make sure you get in that chat. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind. I will take a moment to remind you, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, I know we said a little bit before we went live of this, kind of feels like we're getting back a bit into the routine of like we're back to regularly scheduled programming here and everything, but it is the post-show, the fallout from Stand and Deliver. Might this have a little bit of like NXT after Mania feel?
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot of things that could happen. I mean, we'll see what the effects of some of the faces we saw on Raw last night are. We'll see what new storylines are beginning. Are there anybody else scheduled to come in? I mean, there's a lot to talk about. Where does Hikuleo get involved? Is this the moment? What's new and exciting? I think he very much like WWE. It's reset day as we work towards the next Stand and Deliver. So all bets are off, Nick. Last night was crazy. I hope for more chaos tonight.
Well, yeah, you mentioned if we had Roxanne Perez show up, pairs up with Julia. Now we've got Stephanie taking on Roxanne for the NXT title tonight. Does she win it back? Like, as we just saw her, we thought she was moving on up to the east side, but now she's back there, former relationships with Julia. They're kind of paired together. She already had the pairing with Cora Jade. Is she taking more than a 3-hour tour in NXT?
I don't know. I mean, part of me thinks that maybe this is one of those like farewell matches, one of those like we're gonna let Steph look strong but we saw we saw Steph, we saw Rox. We do they both lose? Like, what happens here? Like, they both could be moving up to the main roster with how they've been. So my guess is Stephanie goes over strong, but your guess is as good as mine.
Well, with them pairing her with Julia, could it be they're both moving up? Could it be that that's why maybe Julia wasn't the champion for that long, is because she's moving on up?
Yeah, absolutely.
Allegedly, the rumor out there is that Trick and Lola, your girl Lola, are pegged to move on up.
We'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting to see where Lola can land. I mean, she's been kind of lost in the shuffle a little bit on NXT. So to me, she'd be one of those kind of surprise call-ups, like a Kalani Jordan, where you're just, where do they fit into this? So we'll see. I mean, I got high hopes for Lola. I think she's got a look, a vibe. There's athletic ability in there. There's the fighting background. I'll see. Trick, we've been kind of waiting for. What else can you do with Trick?
At this point, too, especially he lost at Stand and Deliver. I worry if Lola goes up, she might unfortunately kind of be a Kiana James. I know that's a name out of the crypts to bring back up because she got drafted up there. We haven't seen her.
That's who I meant, by the way, was Kiana.
Fair enough. Well, they both are KJ, so KJ talking about KJ on KJ.
Right. Yeah, KJ got the wrong KJ. But now Kalani got injured. That is one of the things that did happen to Kalani. She was injured and out. So we'll see if as she's healed up, does that change what they do with her? Is she a surprise pop-up at some point?
Kiana, you mean?
Kiana!
Yeah, what do you do with Trick now that he already lost? What do you do? Who's next for Oba? Could that be where you get somebody like a Lance or a Hikuleo, or is there a signing that we don't even know that they have? Or we already have Lexus King. I don't know if you saw this. It was announced on Twitter because they didn't announce much for the show.
No, I haven't.
Penn and Teller are giving back, Lexus King his Heritage Cup, but he's got to face a mystery opponent tonight.
Well, do they do like a reveal where they put like the trophy in the middle of the ring and then put a curtain over it? And when they reveal it again, it's a wrestler instead of the trophy.
I don't know. I mean, they already gave it to him on Twitter. They did the whole elevator spot again that they did on NXT, but I could see them very much they're still in Vegas. I think they're still at the T-Mobile.
Now, in addition to that, I mean, there's a lot of talk. Do you hear the whispers about Wardlow got pulled from an indie show to have a meeting?
I have not heard a word about that.
Okay. So the story is that Wardlow, now I hadn't seen him advertise for a show. Now I'm not saying people are lying, but triple check your sources. But I will say that the story is Wardlow was supposed to do an indie show. He got pulled to meet with WWE peeps. I mean, again, if he's still under AEW contract, highly unlikely. Not unlikely that it could happen. Unlikely that you know about it. Who was you? Were you like the waiter in the room serving drinks? What happened?
Yeah, that's the whole other side of this story that a lot of people kind of always forget and miss out on. Of like, but how would you know?
You know of everybody,
right? That would be crazy if. Surprise. Think about this back to back. Someone's going to need a wellness check on Tony. If Vikingo's now technically WWE property, and now then Wardlow shows up and we get Wardlow versus an Obafemi,
right? Yeah, maybe. Like, could you imagine even like Ricky Starks is in the ring saying, I beat Ethan. I told you guys, blah, 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 blah. And the music hits and it's Wardlow has to challenge him.
Or Ethan's got a heavy now.
Ethan's got a heavy. Again, options. I mean, what if it, maybe Vikingo gets booked tonight? Right? Like, what? Who knows?
That almost made me spit take, and I don't like that you made me do that around all my technology.
But yeah, no, I mean, so again, lots of questions, folks. We're going to talk about The Rock as well. I mean, he made news today to varying degrees of success and failure. There's something not right with that gentleman, but we'll get into it. There's just something like he feels AI, Nick. Like it's just what is happening?
Comes off. He's a big phony. He's a big phony.
Yeah. But we got tonight. They haven't announced a lot, like Nick said. Again, folks, welcome. I hope everyone's happy, healthy, and safe. Remember, we want triple digits in the chat. So be a friend, tell a friend. Let's pump these shows up. The show is on a heater, if you will. So make sure you join us so we can keep bringing you more and more coverage. Lots coming your way, including Rebellion this weekend. So again, there ain't no rest for the wicked. And we're happy to be back at it again. Be a friend, tell a friend. Share this link with everyone you know. We are going to say hi to the chat because we got 4 minutes to go, Nick. Man, we can eat minutes just yapping.
Well, fair enough. We're the Galactuses of conversation out there. Just eater of worlds. But yeah, my guy, say hi to the peoples.
Do you want to run it?
I was not prepared, sir.
Okay, I got it. God, how you doing? Addy, how you doing? Sean, what's up, wrestling fans united? That's right, the WFU, Wrestling for Life Nation. I love that. I think might have to stamp that on some stuff. But just watch Killer Cross promo. He killed it. Dear WWE, please push this guy. I think we both think that's happening.
Oh, 2025, sorry, is the year of Killer Cross. Yeah,
right. I thought last night, and I'll make this very quick, but the little tip to him of maybe Karrion was right. The New Day go heel, they get some gold. Like Karrion's been pulling some strings. Is Sammy next kind of thing? Like AJ goes evil.
That's why we were so worried about Sammy during that whole segment. That's why I love the new merch. There are no strings on me type shit.
Let's rock this joint. Sinrock, how you doing? Let's go. Riki, how you doing? I haven't actually been looking forward to NXT lately. It has been on a roll lately. I have actually not. So yeah, no, thank you, Riki. Again, NXT's been good, man. I really like NXT. Again, you talked a lot about the consistency of NXT. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I for the longest time said it was the most consistent night in wrestling.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to argue lately, and I mean again, the women have been carrying the show in a lot of ways, and a lot of surprises, a lot of new blood. It really feels like we're in a bit of this. We get some graduates going up. We got some older WWE talent the fans are sick of. We'll see. We'll see.
Right.
Kevin, how you doing? Damien, welcome back. Eric, good to see you. Good to see you. TJ, Bradley, the giver of gifts. How you doing? Craig, welcome back. God, I love the hashtags. Use the hashtag on all your posts, people. Let the world know. Let the world know. Ken, welcome back. Yeet, got you. 316. Let's go. Liv will be there tonight, making me, just change everything on the spot.
Well, that's a whole other point, is that literally we went from Monday Night Raw, we had everything set up for NXT and everything's Mans had already made the thumbnail, this, that, and the third. And then just through the booking of the goddamn show, well, all plans have changed now.
Right. So card subject to change. Liv and Raquel will be on here tonight to defend their titles against Weapon X, Chemical X. Good evening, all. How you doing, Mike? How you doing, Jose? Always a pleasure. You didn't catch Raw, worth a watch. And now I will throw something at you before we get going, but got a minute and a half, so we might not pull it off. Bradley, got you. How you doing, Jules Cooper over on Twitch? Don't forget we have Twitch. I think we're close to 60 people. Go Twitch over there, folks, and be a friend. Boston, welcome back. MDB, let's go. Woo! The Leafs scored again. I like it like that. Dale, the OG's in the house. Wrestling proud. Spaz, as always, it's a pleasure. Alexander. Who else we got? Keyshawn Roman. Andy, Spaz. Nick's going to click on that super chat in a second. ABJ's back with us. Byron, Ringsider, Anthony. How you doing? I think I got almost everyone. Capone, Daniel Berry, Sports Highlights. Nick, you got any that I didn't get?
I'll just go since you segued to it perfectly for me to click on it. So shout out Spaz with a $10 super chat. Sticky, the kid, and the Kig. Now we sound like Smokey and the Bandit. I am saying this as someone that loved Mania, but I might go on a limb and say the book and Stand and Deliver and the Raw After Mania were the highlights. Am I crazy doodles?
I don't think so.
Well, it's Raw last night was really great, but I look at that as like the season premiere versus the season finale. Like 100%. You cannot like the season finale, but that season premiere was fucking great.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, Mania could have been better. I mean, again, was it as bad as some people painted it as? No. But there was definitely flaws in it. And I do think one of the mistakes Triple H might have made was he talked about it, where because it's a 2-night event, he tried to pace it. And that's really what it felt like. Like night one, other than the main event, like we're going to give them like the breadcrumbs, the soft shit in the first night. Then we'll have a huge main event to pull them in for an amazing second night. I don't know if that's the best approach for him, but I am getting the start of the show.
I am in a commercial, but yeah, to me, it should be, you should have spectacles on both. I have.
No.
Then.
All right. Nick and I are syncing up.
Now.
And forever. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, you can sync up, play along at home, be a friend, tell a friend, and let's see this chat get busy here tonight as we are
together.
Let's go. Yeah, I mean, again, real funny with WrestleMania, but last night cooked. And I know there were some people out there that, I couldn't help but laugh at a few of them, but, Raw was a 3. It just wasn't for me, bro. What? Dude, if that's not for you,
I had somebody that I saw say that, and I questioned, do you enjoy wrestling then, sir?
Yeah.
Or ma'am, well, they, thems. Or do you actually enjoy wrestling, or do you just enjoy the interaction you get from people because you shit on wrestling at any corner? Do you just like to gangbang on everything?
Yeah, like, are you behind closed doors really, like, sitting at home being like, yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to go fuck with some people.
This was so fuckable.
That's best case scenario for me. Because if you really mean it, like, maybe this isn't for you. And I know some people will lie on, well, everyone has the right to an opinion. Yeah, but some opinions are just straight up wrong. Like, again, to an extent. You could say, I don't really love WWE, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But to say that's garbage, come on, let's be real.
But that's the thing is it's you can have a discussion when you do it with the chat, we do it with each other and everything like that. We can have varying, differing opinions and everything, but you have to be able to discuss and explain and show your work on shit versus just, well, Becky Lynch is shit and everything. When it's just literally when it just breaks down to you just have to swear, and trust me, we swear a lot. But when you can't actually form a full sentence to explain why you didn't like it, then it's a problem. Then you're just hate watching. Then you're just engagement farming. You're just literally just rage baiting.
Yeah, in a lot of ways. Right now, as we're going back to Stand and Deliver, getting the replay to kick off NXT tonight, folks. And again, don't be quiet, don't be shy. But Seth equals Triple H, Braun equals Batista, Cross equals Orton. Somebody that I saw a name out there today, and I thought, interesting. Imagine if Jeff Cobb was the next piece.
I'll walk for miles inside this pit of danger. Think about it. He would fit that role because he's the big heavy, he's the big monster.
Right.
Breaker fits the role of Randy because he's got the family lineage and the history and everything. He's the second generation superstar.
Right.
So it really, I did see that whole theory of just, this is not the Shield. This is just Evolution 2.0.
Right. Yeah.
This is Hunter playing his greatest hits.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think it's amazing of an idea.
I think it works really well. I mean, again, could Cross be the guy? I think it's time for Cross to not be in any group. I think this is time for Cross to go on a cross mission. And I think we've seen him in a couple factions and a couple situations that didn't work out. I think it's time for Cross just to run him up.
Let Karrion Kross be Karrion Kross.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because that's the thing is for the longest time, we've just not gotten Karrion Kross. We've gotten watered down. We've got BDSM, Darth Vader, Karrion Kross. We had, Spooky Dookie, what have yous, Karrion Kross, all that. Just let him tap into what that promo was after WrestleMania.
Yeah. And have one of those moments. Like, even if you have a random nothing mid-card match and he just slides in the ring and drills both guys and said, they wouldn't give me TV time, so I came and got some. Right.
I took my TV time.
Yeah. Start pushing that envelope and force Pierce to push him and then have him butt heads with a solid baby face. He needs to go over and he needs time because the man, I mean, that promo's still resonating with people. So we got to give him credit.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said, that plays into even his whole merch and how he's kind of been the puppet master and everything. He does the whole goddamn, as I got Liv coming out, but he does the whole Ultron speech of there are no strings on me. I got told to be a good soldier. I'm not going to be a puppet anymore. Yeah. Instead, I'm going to let everybody know that they need to cut their own strings and how they can do it. Just lean into that whole angle with it.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, absolutely. Absolutely. But new member. If I had a bell or a horn, I'd ring it. But we got a new member. Right. Let's go.
As I got Raquel and Liv out here. Now, do they retain because they just won them back?
If they lose them tonight, people are going to have absolute meltdowns. It's going to be a fun time. But I don't imagine them losing here tonight. But my God, I mean, we don't want Becky as champion. I can't believe she gave up the title for that. Why'd they even do it anyway? Just fucking who cares? Like, realistically, who cares? Like, she came back. They gave her the dub because it was her big return. And then you give the belts back to the people who are going to carry it.
I can't stand Becky. I don't want to have her win anything. Okay, so she turns heel, so you're not supposed to like her, and you don't want her to win anything. Gee, it's so, again, if these people saw the forest before the fucking trees here a little bit of like, if you couldn't tell, you're clearly getting worked and that you're playing into their hands. Right. I don't know how else to explain it to you.
Yeah. What's up, Brandon? No such thing as I don't want to get into that, Paul. That's not a comment I read here. So we'll drop that away. Keep that shit to yourself. Your opinion is stupid. MDB. Facts. Again, I mean, there's that level where it's no longer just your opinion. It's you're lying. Like again, it is what it is.
You don't mean that. You're not, you're not out there. I really mean it. No, you're lying through your goddamn teeth.
Or you had the valid question. Maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you're into boxing or or some other type of show, maybe some Housewives, whatever it is, 90 Day Fiance, maybe wrestling is not your vibe. That's okay. That's okay.
Well, that's why we made the WFU to try and get away from these people. We built, they have to pass the test.
Right. As the tag titles will be on the line, folks, I will put a poll up in the chat. Who you taking? Who you taking? Who you taking? As this one should be very interesting.
For the sake of chaos, and it might upset even Anthony because I know he didn't like it. But 100%. Give me Chemical X. Give me red pleather and leopard print Gigi and Tatum out here. Just again, we're playing hot potato. Everybody want to play hot potato? We'll play hot potato.
Right now, you're just pushing it. I'm like, I want all the hot potato.
Right. So, all right. So we'll see how much you want to, how much you can take.
Right, we'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah, no, we're off and running, folks. Get your votes in a little bit late on the poll. But Liv and Raquel defending they're now 4-time tag champs. I do believe someone's going to correct me if I'm wrong, but X, I like the fact that Tatum and Gigi's getting some time.
I still want Lash and Jakara to have these belts at some point. They need to.
They feel like they're on the cusp of something. Maybe they're on the way up. People did talk about Fraxium going to SmackDown tomorrow on Friday.
That's a thing?
Potentially. That's, I think, people assuming. Because they've been knocking on that door, and they just lost the belts to Hank and Tank. It's their division now.
I mean, fair enough. Absolutely. You pay my boys some respect.
Right.
But tagging to Liv, if you're good, I'm going to just rattle off some halfway names. I'm going to click on something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alexander, Dre, Byron, what up? Craig, what up? Dre again. John C., what up? Theater the Absurd, Keyshawn. Six Pass, Ronan, what up, what up, what up? Jose, Roman Santos, Antoine Phillips.
Roman Santos.
In nomine Patris, Spirita Fonte. I don't know if I should say that because the Pope just passed away, but yeah.
T's and P's.
Where's Stoner Jesus? Is he going to be out there running for Pope contention?
Right. That sounds like a lot of work, bro. What's up, Safit? Laura, how you doing? How you doing? What will Stacks do tonight? We'll find out. That story has to continue outside. It's stand and deliver, folks. So we will see what Stacks and family have in store for us tonight.
Right.
Gigi missed go in the corner. Oh, nice pop out.
Big head kick. Gigi up top.
What's going on, Joanne? How you doing?
Fumbly bumbly on the catch on the crossbody. Yes, too soon. I know. She jumped a little too soon. Rachel wasn't in the position for that to catch that.
Right. Oh, Raquel going after Tatum.
Can I say something? Does this kind of look like 2024 AW Dynamite with the crowd and the lighting? A little bit.
And the crowd's pretty quiet for this match, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't know. Well, it is WWE realizing that they just don't have consistent good currency. Like, you got to still earn that shit.
Right. Yeah, it's Tatum taking out everybody. Now we got some crowd cheering.
And I was going to say, and that's not just saying specifically towards this match, just to clarify. That's talking about like the whole weekend as a whole and everything. Yeah. As we go to commercial. So, or I do.
I go to commercial break with you on this particular night. But NXT champs on the way out the door, Nick. And we are rolling with the women's tag match, kicking this one off. But how did you feel about the Rock stuff today?
I was just going to say first, hold on. Let's acknowledge you were going to call me a stupid American there, and you caught yourself because I'm over in America watching it. I didn't remember that you get commercials too.
No, I joke. I don't get any commercials. This is the one night for whatever reason.
There you go. But no, I kid. But yeah, the whole Dwayne thing. I'm of two minds-ish of all of this. Well, besides just Dwayne's, again, sometimes I think he's just, if there's a way to clone yourself, Dwayne's probably figured it out, it feels like. I don't know. They all feel like they're a little bit dumber than the original version. They all just trot out and do this and that. But the main event of 41 very much struggled and all of that because of no Rock, because we got Travis Scott. If I'd almost rather we get no Travis Scott and then we don't really fully think about Dwayne. We talked about that Dwayne didn't need to be involved with this really at all. I like that. I wish that if they started it, then fucking see it out and see it through and finish it off. I like at least the mindset that we're finally done with this. If just Dwayne just goes away for a while, of just bye-bye Dwayne, of move along, we just hit the reset button on everything. So now we're focused on John Cena's a heel that wants to destroy wrestling, is about to take on Randy Orton. What's next for Cody Rhodes after he just lost? Now what's going to be happening with Seth and Heyman together now with Braun Breaker in the fold? Like I said it earlier, of WrestleMania 41 was the season finale. Raw After Mania was the season premiere. So yeah. I'm just glad we're just at least dead with the Rock conversation now.
I hope so. I mean, again, I have this weird feeling in the back of my mind that, like, the Rock being the Rock, and he kind of touched on it a little bit today, of, like, he can basically walk through the door anytime he wants, right? If he wants to come back in 3 months and just start something up again, like, even his explanation of, well, we had this big turn moment, and then I called John and said, I think the final boss is done here. I was like, what? Why? Then why do it? It was unnecessary. Just so you could say you were in on that moment.
Well, and that's the other kind of halfway coin with this, of MDB saying, leave Dwayne alone. No, Chris, what up? Cherokee, what up? But do you buy into the mindset? And Jonathan Coachman, of all people, threw this idea out there, that there's this backdoor, behind closed doors tension between Hunter and Dwayne as far as control and creative of the company.
I do not believe that for a second. The Rock is way too fucking busy to even be kind of going down that road. I have a weird little theory, and maybe it was the vitamins talking to me this afternoon, but what if they're kind of like, they said they're 20 steps ahead and you don't know where this is going yet? What if that is what is kind of coming down, of the Rock taking not just being the final boss, but really kind of taking over wrestling, publicly pushing on Triple H, and having this like public battle, this public back and forth for the control, where people think it's genuine, like, because you have people like Coach saying, oh, then there's tension, like with this whole final boss thing, and I sit in the board, that's been public. Do they push it?
I hear you with that. I see the road and see the pathway you're trying to pave. I don't want to travel down that road. I just want to just dead this. Dwayne's getting
get out of here
to where I kind of just, I don't want to say Hogan. He's a bit flairish of just kind of, I'm sick of seeing you right now, my guy. Yeah.
He's starting to become Hogan in the sense of, like, what he thinks in his head about whatever is it. So even if
he's detached from reality, he's so big, he's detached from reality of what's really going on.
Right. As Raquel's in control right now, I do believe, of Tatum.
Yeah, suspended suplexes, Tatum's hitting the knees.
But yeah, I mean, again, very interesting words. And I mean, I feel like he only went on Pat's show because of the heat, but it was just a weird thing. And Rock knows better. And maybe
does he?
He should know better. And I don't know how much Triple H does. Like, he even made the weird comments of, like, sometimes I have ideas and then I put them forward, and then I hear no, and then, like, I put another idea forward, and I don't really know what to, like, it was a weird thing to talk about.
Rock, you shouldn't have any goddamn ideas. Just shut up and get money. We don't want your ideas anymore. That's the thing, is to me, the biggest thing, and why again, we talked about the Dwayne thing, and I hate that we're talking over the tag match about all of this, but I knew we were going to talk about it. But that the Dwayne thing overruns everything, right? Because it is still who he is. It should have, if you didn't have an ending to that story, then don't start it. Don't start writing a book I'm almost one of those, like, don't start writing a book if you don't know the ending and chapter.
But that's what they've been all about. Unless The Rock is like it, well, like even the comment of like, well, I have other obligations. Well, then that motherfucker. What are you doing fucking up my show then for?
Exactly.
Right? If you know you're not going to be a Mania, don't set up a
story. Was it because of what Dwayne even said about Ari hit him up of pop up, show up and show out so we can sell more tickets, what have you? Is it getting to that point? Now, granted, 41's a bit of the outlier, but it's still WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Did it, like, is WWE at this point to where they're pricing fans out?
I still don't think the pricing fans out thing is a valid argument. I saw a person today talking about like, oh, thank God AEW's around because, I'm going to All In for $180 front row, according to the gentleman, $180 front row at All In. That's crazy. But it's supply and demand. I mean, if you're only selling a couple thousand tickets, selling them for $180 for front row makes sense. But as long as they're selling out, I mean, the only way there's any, pricing out is if the tickets stop selling.
That's the thing is that's why do you need to bring in Dwayne because the tickets stop selling?
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
He literally said that though. He absolutely said that.
What was he fucking the Chris Jericho at WWE? Like,
yes, 100%, 100 per goddamn cent, 100 per goddamn cent. Dwayne is the Chris Jericho of WWE.
Because
if Chris Jericho could be on the board, if he could be an EVP of AEW, and I'm surprised, honestly, he isn't. He absolutely fucking would be.
Right. I mean, again, I really 100% guarantee you The Rock is not dying to have the day-to-day creative job of Triple H. He doesn't want that shit. Nobody out there believes that. Nobody's like,
I believe he wants to swoop in and take credit.
Well, maybe.
As Liv to retain here.
Who are those?
That guy?
Was that Okada?
That is Spit Take almost number 2, folks. This man's trying to break my technology.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen, I can't confirm or deny if that person, but the person said they paid $180. Now, someone else said they got a VIP pass for All In down on the floor, and it was like $1,300. But that's a VIP pass. You get to meet the wrestlers, merch, and everything. Like, I mean, again, supply and demand. I mean, that is something a smaller company would do to build an audience. If the WWE, like for The Rock's point, Nick, how many pay-per-views and shows did they sell out without The Rock on it? Where we never knew, all of them were good. Like, so this whole bullshit of like, we needed to sell more. Nah, we were still.
But then why is Dwayne saying it? That's the thing. I'm not. That's like that's the thing is that's not a narrative, and like Twitter made up. That's not a Meltzer tweet. That's not even just something I fantasize. That's a direct quote.
But it seems like bullshit to me. Like from his mouth.
He's bullshit. He is bullshit.
As we got Penn and Teller again, the running back earlier today, all the magic tricks. I was hoping they turned it into a belt.
I just said, well, it's so funny. If we screamed bullshit and it made Penn and Teller appear, their previous TV show called Bullshit.
Nick, you were out of your mind comparing Rock to Jericho. I mean, are you getting blamed for my shit? I like that.
I don't know, but either way, I have paperwork to prove I'm out of my mind. If not, I have documented records just even recently of almost 12 hours of footage to prove I'm out of my mind. If we need to question that.
Right. WWE doesn't control secondary market, though. You might have to elaborate on that one.
Sale, what ticket prices and everything.
Yeah, fair enough. And that's the problem with concerts and everything. You're getting gouged by everybody.
Well, Ticketmaster's a lot of people over.
Why am I paying all these fees? What are these fees for?
Right. What employees do you not have that I'm paying?
Right. Do they get like $57 every time they hit the enter? Enter. Like, what the fuck?
They get paid by the letter.
God damn it. Oh. Penn and Teller, yes. We're getting we got the trophy back.
We're getting the segment that we talked about before we went fully with the start of the show and everything. Of they gave him his Heritage Cup trophy back. They did the whole elevator, but now they've got he's got a mystery opponent.
Absolutely, absolutely. These guys have lost their mind. Paul, is it Penn and Teller that lost their mind? Nick and KJ, who lost their mind?
Do you
Well,
have to have one in order to lose it? Can you lose that which you never fully possessed?
right. Wow, Nick, I'm so disappointed in you.
So are my parents. So are my parents.
Oh, wow. Quick, the aftermath. So we're getting a run back of WrestleMania. Who does the pricing of the tickets for the show? I believe it's the WWE that will set their price, but tied into the arena, tied into their overall cost, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's a whole algorithm that they do of, I'm assuming, of what WWE views that they can sell the tickets for, what the venue kind of has their ticket rates at, what's profitable across the board for everybody, all that shit.
Well, that's it. You know, I've heard it before of like, when are you going to, it doesn't matter what the product is. The question becomes, when are you going to stop raising the price? When people stop buying it. Okay. And that's what it is. Supply and demand.
Fair enough. Well, halfway to me, I was just going to go with this is why, again, I still pitch that we need shirts of you don't work there.
Right.
And it fits so well with every level of wrestling fan of you don't work there.
You don't work there at all. But no, I mean, it's crazy. Like, Super Bowl tickets are insane. And what's happened is there's become like with the Super Bowl and that you have these people that are spending tens and thousands of dollars on these tickets, which they're the problem. Like, if people are willing, like, are so desperate to be up close at a big show, and they will drop $10,000, $12,000 on that ticket, well, fuck yeah, they're going to push the price up of every ticket in the building.
Well, are we just now are we having the Kevin Owens argument about like fans at the airport a little bit of like, stop buying tickets just to resell them fuckers? That's not a job. That's not a job.
Yeah, no, it sucks. I smoked my pain away too. There you go. Wrestling Proud. Gonna get on that painkiller. Ricky Saints is up next. As we roll on, folks, I know Nick and I have been tangenting a little bit. Liv Morgan and Raquel get the win, retain their titles. Ricky Saints is up next, and we got more coming your way tonight. Don't forget, we're back at it tomorrow, and it's going to be a fun one as we head into Dynamite. The Bucks are going to compete on Dynamite, Nick.
Well, we've got the whole fallout of spring breakthrough. We're breaking on through to the other side. We're on the other side now. That's why we're getting the Young Bucks out there.
Do you think that this show tomorrow, and I can ask the fans this as well, I feel like tomorrow's Dynamite is a really important Dynamite to have a really good Dynamite.
Yes and no.
Okay.
I'll say yes in the aspect of if I worked there, then yes, very much of we need to capitalize on all of this potential and actually this actual negative press towards WWE. WWE's not super great right now in the PR department. They are still killing it, but we've found, the holes in the armor here and everything. So we need to capitalize on this, show up and show out, because that's what the show's about. If I'm a fan, I don't view that this is a make or break episode of Dynamite for me. I hope that it's good, but we're still just weekly programming. I don't think you need to force it to go over the top. I don't want to go in with expectations that this is the Dynamite after Mania.
I like that. That is kind of funny, though. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, again, I think there's pressure. I think internally there should be pressure on give us another one. Like, show us you can. Collision was lackluster. You knew it was going to be a special Collision. You could have done a little more, I think, on that Thursday to make Collision feel a bit bigger. But I think you're right. And I mean, it's not like the show's going anywhere, even if they do shit the bed. But I think from a fan's interest, and again, I feel like the hardcore tribalist audience is taking a lot of hits. So last week was a big W for them. And I think that's the fan base. They're looking like, give us another little W, please.
If I got an AW patch on my military outfit, then sure, I'm out there 100%. Give me a banger, deliver, capitalize on when they're weak, they're down, their troops are retreating, fight back. If I'm a regular wrestling fan, which we are, and I say we collectively as I see Army and Paul and all the names that, are still in the chat. of that we are, just give me a good show. Like I'm not going in with the expectation that you need to, that I do with a Raw after Mania. Just give me a good show. You're coming off of Spring Breakthrough, which was just a special Dynamite as it is. Just give me a really good show. Keep consistency going.
Absolutely. As we're getting a video of, I think this is Dempsey. Yeah, Dempsey. I had Bloodsport, Tavian Heights. So, yeah, they're running back Bloodsport 13. Nick and I watched this one live last week as they're showing Tavian Heights using his head.
Right. Well, they're hyping up the No Quarter Catch crew.
Yeah.
When did Kyle Fletcher get in NXT? Oh, here comes Dark State, No State.
I called him Death Star this time. I can't get this name right. It's killing me.
Death Star, No Star, half a star, 5-star. Lakers of 5. I don't give a shit about this goddamn faction.
So, Javon going to team up with Miles Bourne to take
Shout out Javon with the Dennis Rodman shirt. Just saying.
There you go. Some boxes are good too. That's true. Welcome back, Army.
Right. Well, we got everyone's second favorite box, Geek Box, out there floating around.
Man, that man been working overtime and putting them out fast. Like, shout out to our buddy Geek Box. If you guys haven't gone over to Geek Box, go check out his YouTube channel. Again, big supporter of us, a big supporter of our channel, and his content's great. But my God, over the last few days, it's just like blue. And people, it's like, what about this? You're like, Jesus Christ, people.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, the man's already out there like goddamn Clockwork Orange and everything, with just trying to watch all the rest of all the reactions and everything, which also, by the way, go and check out at the Every Night Delight, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube's interview with Geekbox, and also the man who puts the T in TNA, Ringside Anthony, over there.
Right.
Maybe one day you'll see a face, but we'll see.
Playing hard to get over there.
Yeah, exactly. You got to keep them wanting more.
Right, the diva with the special terms. They got to get them the right M&M.
If you CEO,
right, the right color M&Ms and shit.
Hey, well, in America, that might be hard to come by now if they're out there banning food dyes and everything. So that might be hard to come by.
Right. As we got,
that might be a sign of a well-established business.
That's true. Ricky standing tall tonight. That's funny as shit. That segment reminds me of Taz Attack JR. Some people were foo-fooing all over it. I thought this was great. I thought it was perfect. You don't just sit idle and watch somebody get beat up. Pat jumps in, gets choked out. I'm curious if this does maybe SummerSlam, Pat versus Gunther.
I like all of this all the way around, and I'll linchpin that to the next commercial because we've got Ricky Saints right now in the ring here.
I
think about that though. That's crazy though. I just realized Ricky Starks was on WrestleMania weekend and not sneaking in the back door on some CCTV footage.
Right. Mr. Noob, good point. Could be. We'll see. And I mean, that's the only thing that's going to help, guys. I mean, for any form of entertainment, if the fans stop jumping over each other to get there, because you got to have a Insta video from whatever cool event it is. Look, Taylor Swift just robbed the bank. Like, literally, people in my city when she came here were dropping ridiculous money to see this lady. Why? Why would you start selling shit and mortgaging shit for a concert? Is it that good?
Because we are never, ever, ever getting back together. Oh my God, you should have seen I snapped my head around of Taylor Swift robbed a bank. What?
Hey, we got company.
Iron Man, is that you? Oh, Lex is king.
Yeah, Lex is king. All right. You're gonna give Lexus some love. Let him take a run at the champ.
No, he's got his own match later tonight. He's got his own coloring book he can use later.
Okay. Point is, who cares about the pro? I watch the show because I like wrestling, not for who they vote for. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Paul. I mean, again, we keep that out of here. This is the escape from all the bullshit, folks. Life might suck. We never do. The wrestling might suck. We never do.
Tariffs can't hold us down. Embargoes be damned. 100%. We're crossing international waters out here.
Right.
We are the goddamn pirate radio of wrestling out there. We're crossing we're out there in the Northeast Atlantic Ocean. I don't even know if that's geographically right. But 100%, we're combining Canada, the U.S. We even got the Deep South and everything out there with Anthony. So 100%. We're pirate radio of wrestling out there. Politics be damned.
Right.
The only politics we talk about is wrestling politics.
Right.
That's fucked, actually. That's really sad to say.
Right. Facts. So this is good back and forth between Lexus and Ricky right now.
I know. This is a good episode of Collision, isn't it?
Yeah, it feels that. It really feels
it. Really looks like that. I really mean it.
The stage is a little interesting.
It's all lit up with blue instead of yellow and red, so it might be Dynamite. Maybe it's a Rampage. We brought back Rampage. Rampage lives again.
Right.
Nick doing standard geography. Yes.
It was more of a false pop. It was like, okay. Yeah, we're not really popping over him. We weren't sure who the music belonged to because they all sound the same.
Yeah, we're pop locking in, dropping.
Who shrunk the Heritage Cup? Did they make it smaller? More manageable?
More drinkable? I don't know.
Title versus title, double champion. Ricky Stark's are they gonna merge these two things?
But doesn't Penn and you get rid of the Heritage Cup, so you might like that. But doesn't Penn and Teller decide who he's facing?
Oh, maybe. See, this is we'll see. Maybe this is for down the road.
Bad Hat Harry saying let's go. And I very much feel like that's fitting for our chat. The image of police attire smoking a bowl. Yeah, so see, we still have the mystery opponent to be decided. This is just Lexus King going up out there on his own of saying, I'm coming for you. I've wrestled you a time or two out there in Jacksonville. Do you find it funny that they'll very clearly mention WCW? Now, granted, they own most of it now and what it was, but now and they never mention AW by name. They'll mention TNA, they'll mention this, that, and company. Right. It's always Jacksonville or the father who owns the Jaguars. They'll never directly mention you by name.
That's it. It is kind of funny and very true. Very true.
Is that like extra salt in the wound though? Because I'll never give you the satisfaction of hearing me say your name.
It's the insult, slap in the face. Like what made Nick Khan's comment such a good dig was the fact that he didn't mention Tony, just mentioned the father.
The guy who funds it, the guy who runs it.
Right. I mean, again, it's the complete opposite of I acknowledge you. It is I do not acknowledge you at all. You don't exist in my world.
Yeah. I don't even know who you are. It's the Thanos response. You took everything from me. I don't even know who you are.
Right. Facts.
I don't know what I put a linchpin in before, but we are in a commercial break.
In Wardlow.
Fair enough. Well, I feel like AEW did that too as well. They put a linchpin in his push.
Oh, what were we talking about? Chad,
that's why I'm asking.
What did we put a linchpin in? I asked you a question.
I don't know, but Sin Rock saying we're literally the Iron Man of YouTube.
Yeah.
He is. I'm just more War Machine. He's Tony Stark. I'm War Machine.
It's only funny because that's it. That's how it would be. Because you're like, give me all the guns.
Well, 100%. America. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah.
A red and white with a Maple Leaf fucking Iron Man suit would look pretty dope, though. I'm in.
Well, then I'd just be the Iron Patriot. That's what he was, too. So, see, it fits both ways.
Right, Thanos reference, and again, perfect. It's exactly that.
That's what we are, though. We're in the end game, folks. Here,
right?
And again, at least though, going back to the whole Dwayne conversation, real quick.
Yeah,
and maybe I don't know if we even talked about it the whole Bailey interview, which that's a whole discussion. But I'm just glad we're fucking done with Dwayne. I hope we're just done with Dwayne. Go off, shoot your movies, be fine. We were fine without you, and we'll be fine after you. So just you go and do your sugar honey iced tea,
Right.
and let us really have. Now we've got Cena versus Orton as a threat. We've got the whole new Evolution Shield. The ending of Monday Night Raw left us again with more questions than answers, but I can't wait till I get the answers on the test.
Right. I agree, man. Absolutely. As we are 27 seconds away from coming out of commercial break, Lexus King is taking on TBD. Never bet against TBD, folks.
Well, especially when they're facing Lexus King, just saying.
Right. America. Shout out America.
America. It's definitely America. It is 100%. We traded the Gulf of Mexico for the Gulf of America. We lost the vowels in America, and it's now just America.
As we are in the back with the new champs, Hank and Tank and Sol Ruka. The only person there that doesn't have one is Miss Zarya.
Dear hell, is she going to be part of Hank and Tank?
Oh my God.
You ruining my fucking factions with dear hell.
Shit.
Bro, she's gone from this peppy cheerleader to the rocker chick that's just on all the amphetamines.
Right. Miss Parker.
Hi, Miss Parker. You got to. We're still not far away from Easter Sunday and everything.
No. Oh, Kalani. All the women are here. I'm getting dizzy. Oh my.
I didn't know if you were saying you were getting dizzy because of how many women were coming out, and I'm waiting for Izzy Dave to pop out.
Right. Izzy made me dizzy, but Jasmine Nix and Fatal Influence are here.
Jasmine Nix, pick up sticks.
As Lex is in the ring, who is he going to face off against?
That would be crazy.
Wardlow,
Rusev Petra, Rusev Matka.
Right, dude, make it Wardlow.
Don't fucking give me hope.
What is
Noam Dar? I should have expected that. I thought it earlier. It's got to be Noam Dar coming back off injury.
Why did you? I mean, Noam's back. Not a big deal. Not that big of a deal. But I popped anyway.
Well, no. I was going to say, what did you what? I was supposed to lose my marbles, throw the popcorn for Noam Dar?
No, I kind of pre-popped, but no, I'm
not a pre-pop. That's a desk pop. That's a desk pop.
Right. Good old Scottish boy back in the mix. Metaphor is now Meta 3, I guess.
Well, Aura's still out there. He's mostly a bit on Evolve and main events and everything. Well, very much for a while, Metaphor has been more Meta 2. And rightfully so at this point. Right. But yeah, this only makes sense at this point of Noam Dar back from injury, taking on Lexus King. Pretty much Noam, who surprisingly made the Heritage Cup mean kind of something.
That's kind of funny.
I'm taking him to win it. You said you take TBD. We got TBD.
Okay. Superman punch. Give my trophy back. Noam Dar.
Right.
See, it was funny because you always liked Metaphor more than I did.
Yes.
So, yeah, I mean, Noam can wrestle. Let's see.
Oh, 100%. Well, again, I think he built very much what that, again, to me, he restored that kind of energy and made it fucking relevant. He was the one that brought it over from NXT UK. So him out there, even I would say Metaphor should probably be a done thing.
Yeah.
I know that it's still got connective tissue-ish a bit, but it feels the threads are so thin. Just let Noam be an actual singles wrestler. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he wins this. And Lexus has kind of just been Lexus. It's so weird he went from Pillman Jr. to Lexus, and that's more it's not a fumble, it's a lateral.
Oh, as Noam. Oh, look, he's rubbing it off. He's trying to rub it off. Noam's trying to rub off the facial hair.
He's proven it's spray paint.
Right?
It's not real.
Getting rid of those burns. Cut those damn sideburns.
What did I tell you, Boggs, about those damn sideburns? I'm sorry, Mr. Burns. Jay Yeet versus Rusev at Backlash. No, you don't jump Rusev that fast, especially. He was just in a fucking tag match interfering.
Well, he wasn't in the match. He was just fucking people up. But
still, you don't jump that guy in a couple of weeks to the world title.
He'd be a good, I mean, again, it's not like he's a rookie. I mean, he'd be a good W for Jay if he went after Jay. I mean, it's not terrible.
Does he come back as the Redeemer, and we know enough that we know he's here, but we don't know which way he's going. Does he come back as the Redeemer or, Machka?
Well, he had a bit of both last night, I think. So we don't know yet, but definitely didn't have as much of the Redeemer vibe, more that Rusev vibe. So we'll see where they take his character. He definitely seems like he has a min streak, stretching out Otis. So feels a little heelish. We'll see where it goes, but I will be right back, sir.
Fair enough. He's going to go stretch out Otis. But Darth for the win. Where's Jakar and Lash in order to welcome back their Metaphor teammate? That'll probably be after the match. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe he was hidden. No ham for yeah, as I got a whip into the turnbuckle, spinning back kick to the midsection from Noam. Another one. But Army saying Machka, I think he's going to end up coming back with the Redeemer of, let's be honest, WWE's very much borrowed from what they've established outside of WWE, and they know what works. Christ, even going back to Drew's an example of that. I think the Redeemer gimmick works right now a lot better than the Rusev Machka, Rusev Petra, and it gives him a little bit more freedom. We still don't know if they're bringing in Lana, CJ Perry, or anything, so you just have him be this kind of goddamn mid-card badass that he was in AEW for a bit. A spinning back elbow for a 3 count, so Noam's got a point. And your news, so that ended it already. Was it goddamn sudden death? What happened to the goddamn rounds? Or did I miss the rounds? Were we speaking Japanese through the rounds? Yeah, he feints the fucking back elbow so Lexus ducks and then turns around and hits it. A elbow, says Vic Joseph. But yeah, so Noam Dar, your new Heritage Cup champion. And it's interesting because I think this is very much setting up of like a resetting of that division a little bit versus with Lexus. We talked about it. I know KG had pitched it a bit of that going more towards just it's a championship, almost get rid of the division even a little bit. Jose, let me know they got rid of the rounds. Really? Then that makes more the case of what I was saying of it. So if they got rid of the rounds and what really made that separated that as a Heritage Cup and everything, and was your pure championship on NXT, what have you, then just make it a title belt of. Make it I'd say make it a light heavyweight title instead of the cruiserweight. You just bought AAA, but you maybe pigeonhole yourself with cruiserweights versus light heavyweights of just you can get like Lexus King could pass as a light heavyweight. So that's how you can work that in there. But yeah. But Noam Dar returns and instantly beats Lexus King and is now your new Heritage Cup champion. As I'm in commercial break. And so now is this the Stand and Deliver, like the NXT after Stand and Deliver? Is this the NXT after Mania? But this is kind of having a little bit of that vibe, and I kind of dig it. Again, we're like, this is the week of season premieres. Anyone that remembers like when ABC and like TGIF and everything, when TV would really actually like give a shit as to what was on TV versus streaming. It was that kind of vibe of, you'd have this run of all the big season premieres. That's where we're at right now in pro wrestling of 100% of this is going to be the best foot forward to kick off until we get towards the next WrestleMania weekend. As again, I am in commercial break. Roman, what up? Dale's 2-0. Anthony, excuse me. Do you think they replace Stacks in the family, or is it going to go back to being attacked like it originally was with Stacks and Tony, but this time it's going to be Luca and Tony, so that they just caught him out of it? I mean, maybe it's the end of it because Tony's been in NXT for a while. What do we do with Tony? Does he stay in NXT? Is he just an NXT guy? And if he is, so be it. I don't know if he's the guy that I would move to the main roster. That's not, you could move him there, but you don't expect him to be Carmelo Hayes or what we halfway expected for Carmelo or anything. Crucifino is already doing stuff with Evolve. Rizzo might get, maybe she doesn't get enough dirt on her and she can still make it independently. She can be the next Carmelo, what have you. I still think there's something with the family. I don't know if they have anyone that they could bring in. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind if they sit there and bring in Wardlow to be like the next heavy or something in the family. But we'll see. It's really a coin flip. It all depends on where they see that they're going to go with talent. Naya Tip, Shinakar, you guys may or may not believe this, but I heard about your channel through the 420 YouTube grapevine, and that this is a great channel for stoners to watch wrestling and hang out. Well, I guess Cryptochronolite, if I can quote Cat Williams, absolutely. This is very much a vitamin-friendly channel, and trust me, we're very beard positive, I guess, facial hair positive in any form. That was weird to say. And vitamin friendly, and might have some things, moving on the background, to where we might be able to facilitate some of them needs and all that. But anyways, as I've got long-winded there. But Terrell, what up? Amy, Shady Cameraman, 316, what you think about Bailey said in the interview? I knew we were going to talk about this. I'll say my piece and I'll ask what KJ has, or I don't know. I'm coming back from commercials, so maybe that might be the next thing. Next commercial break. Smoke them if you got them. Yeah. Stacks the leader, Dark State. We'll see. They got to make me care about Dark State. I really, at this point, I don't know any sort of directive that they're going with. They seem very retribution of like, just literally just smash it. They're just a piss off teenagers. Out Roxanne Perez backstage right now with Sheriff Schreiber. Yeah, outstanding. We try. Is it a smoke break? Well, it's always a smoke break, depending on where you is. But is Bailey going to AEW? No, she's got a year and a half on a contract. That whole fucking discussion, honestly, to me, is just goddamn stupid. That's fantasy booking on the highest. Same thing like with AJ going, very much recently re-signed and everything. Still has time on the contract. And again, vice versa, it's the same thing to me of Britt Baker or Mariah May instantly jumping ship to WWE. Mariah May still's got plenty of time, I feel, and I think Britt's definitely got like years plus, what have you. So to me, that this instant, just the second you might think a wrestler's unhappy, fantasy booking them, signing with another company is a little much. As Roxanne turns right to the hard cam saying, I'm going to walk out of Vegas a 3-time NXT Women's Champion. Maybe I can have it delivered faster than a pizza in New York. Well, that's so great that I live in New Hampshire. As I got Fallon Henley out here, we've got all of Fatal Influence. As we're setting up for this Thursday, which we will be live for TNA Impact. We got JC Jane taking on Rosemary. So again, This whole TNA partnership that everybody wants to be so mad about Joe Hendry popping up and, eating an RKO and everything. Joe Hendry was on WrestleMania, was out there propping up the TNA World Champion. When's the last time you saw anybody that was another company's world champion that got to have a WrestleMania moment, and a prominent WrestleMania moment, mind you? And again, it was an impromptu match. What do you expect them to have a fucking hour Iron Man match now? After they found out, maybe 2 weeks or so before that Kevin couldn't go? Even if you want to say before that, like, they knew a little bit more before they announced it, what have you. 100% of it's, again, the second you start to question these arguments, then they just fall like a fucking house of cards. But I've got Fallon Henley versus Thea Hale, and I am 100% taking Fallon Henley. And I now more than ever want Fallon Henley and Mickie James as Softcore Country as a tag team in NXT. Just saying. Fallon Henley been eating her rice and cabbage. Yeah. Whoa. Nick, is the light heavyweight and cruiserweight division basically the same division? It just depends on what company you're watching, what they call it. A little bit, yes. If you want to get super nitpicky and that about it, of the cruiserweight division is normally 205 and under. We already saw with that. It's normally like it's like the flyweight or like the super lightweight division, say in like mixed martial arts or boxing or something. It's like the real lightweights versus light heavyweights are like, it's like the juniors division in New Japan, where Ospreay was the junior heavyweight champion for New Japan. And that was when Ospreay was a bit thinner and a bit slimmer and everything, but he was in no shape, like he was in no view a cruiserweight. I'll put it that way. Simrock, hey guys, what is the next WWE PLE Backlash in St. Louis? Very much seem to have it teased come Monday Night Raw that the main event's going to be Randy Orton versus John Cena for the World Heavyweight title one more time. The last dance, follow away slam from Fallon on to Thea. So yeah, Thea's out here. Sounds Chase U. Chase U ceased to be as Chase. He misses the pump kick and hits Fallon. Sinrock, I got you. Yeah, no, 100%. And again, it's all, there's still always a little bit that's always up into interpretation, but I think that's been kind of the most understood rule of it, of like your cruiserweights are like it's your flyweight versus your lightweight division, almost UFC terms. Scott Nichols, John Cena, new 17th time champion. Christ, you're gonna make me start singing Fiend again or something. I'm happy for John Cena being WWE undisputed champion 17th time at WrestleMania 41 night 2. Absolutely, there you go. If he's broken the record. So Thea Hale got the win. Did I just miss that Thea Hale got the win? And I got Oba Femi coming up next. I was too busy for John Cena. But yes, commercial break. It seems Thea Hale got the win. If she didn't, is that an upset? I would say that's a bit of an upset. I'm upset. It's not just because I missed the finish. I'm upset that Thea Hale won, but I'd say it's an upset. But yeah, as far as John winning, absolutely, it makes all the sense. I would have liked if Dwayne was never an option. If we knew we were never going to get Dwayne, then I don't want Travis coming out. Stay to those two having the match. Hopefully the match itself is better. If the ref gets taken out, you have little Nate run out, and if you can't have Rick, you can have his biggest fanboy that's known to the hardcores as a referee, and he's either got to sit there and he either doesn't count the 3 count because he can't bring himself to it, or he hesitates, and he's just got to finally count the 3 count, and then finally his hero has done. Christ, drop some goddamn banners that 17. John Cena is a 17-time champion. all of that. That's why the Dwayne conversation to me, we should have never started it if we weren't going to end it. And I'm just glad that apparently we've just fucking ended it and we can just start anew with it. But I am in commercial break. I will remind everybody we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything. Trust me, that was a good off season of 5 minutes from WrestleMania 41 to Monday Night Raw. But we're back at it like a jackrabbit tomorrow. AEW Dynamite, the fallout from Spring Breakthrough. Is this the Dynamite after WrestleMania, or is this just we're staying in our lane, keeping things progressive and aggressive? Then Thursday, the go-home show for TNA, already double dipping on the weekend, but the go-home show for Rebellion on Thursday. Friday night SmackDown, we assume we're going to get Malachi Black, Aleister Black. He returns on that. Plus, that's the SmackDown after Mania. Maybe that's when we see Cody, what have you. But again, be a friend, tell a friend. And still, we're here Saturday for Rebellion. I almost forgot that because there's been so much goddamn wrestling, it's hard to keep track of. But you know how you can keep track of when we're live? Hit that bell notification, 100%. Hit that bell notification, become a member, subscribe. We're zipping and zopping, we're bipping and bopping, we're going through the space-time continuum. We've crossed the tariff threshold. Canada,
let's go. As the show rolls on, folks. But yeah, do all the things that Nick just said. Follow us everywhere. Be a friend, tell a friend. This comment killed me while I was on my break, though. You may or may not believe this, but your channel, I heard about your channel through a 420 YouTube grapevine that this is a great channel for stoners to watch wrestling and hang out. I mean,
I believe every word of what you just said right there. I believe every word.
We might resemble that comment. Yeah, I mean, again.
Oh, we met.
Do you want to hear like a vitamins dream come true? I went to the vitamin store today. I made a purchase, and the guy gave me a coupon for a free pizza at Domino's. So it was a doubled up.
That is the gift that keeps on giving. That is an Easter Sunday miracle. That is, 100%. You have blessed me, sir.
Right? Wait, I just bought this, and I get to go have. That's a good day.
You're giving me munchies for my vitamins,
right?
For free.
Oh yeah. Let's go get the pizza. We had plans.
I already have no monies. Thank you for letting me know that I can spend no monies.
As here comes Oba.
The ruler. Yeah, I entirely missed the hell winning that match.
Right. What?
I entirely see you even missed me talking about it. I entirely missed the hell winning that match. It was so insignificant and so irrelevant that you missed me saying about it.
You know what? I will say the ability, the pace in which they were working in the beginning, the transitions, they were smooth. There was one point where she turned the arm drag and Fallon pulled it back and dropped into a submission right away, pulled it into the armbar. It was really good wrestling. Now, I don't know if
Fallon's a really good wrestler and Fia's spastic.
She can go. It's crazy that she can go at the pace that she goes. But, I mean, yeah, I get you. But she drives me nuts. But I'll give her credit there. They keep showing these guys at ringside. I don't know who they are. Are they supposed to be someone?
I don't know. I'm more excited about not Wendy Chu. She's on the book. No, she's fucking the under her sleeper. See money, free pizza, stoner heaven. Absolutely.
I shit you not.
Yeah, we had pizza today, a stinger pizza and hot barbecue wings.
Let's go.
Domino's has half off pizzas right now online. This is why we have a whole tab of a pizza party on our Discord and everything.
Right.
Which, by the way, we're like 3 or 4 away from 500 on the Discord.
Sweet deal. Let's go. All our numbers across the board right now. Our X numbers are clipping, heading towards 3K. Our Instagram numbers are climbing every single day. Our YouTube numbers are climbing. We're heading towards that 10K, folks. Again, it's been fun to watch. TikTok's growing. All the apps, the skies and the threads and the funds and whatever else. We got more coming your way as well. We're working on some things backstage is where I'm trying to say. We're working on lots of stuff as far as bringing you more content.
Backstage, off stage, right stage, left stage, all the stage.
Right. Who's going to come out and talk to Oba tonight?
His mother, she's gonna give him a stern talking to. I don't know. It'd be incredible if it's like goddamn Wardlow or something, but a Hikuleo, a Lance, I don't know. That's the thing is almost if you bring one of those guys out, do you get just it's a lamb led to slaughter? Unless you're fast tracking the Obas onto the main roster, which then where do you slot him amongst the heavy hitters?
This is what we got Trick. This is what you put a pin in. We still have because I don't fully know, but Trick is on the way out to talk to Oba.
Yeah, we can talk about that after this because it's a lot of fucking smoke and mirrors type of shit. What you see the narrative coming out of it. I don't feel like she's exactly said a ton, but we're gonna pivot it like it's a ton because it fits an angle and it fits the vibe and it fits where tweets are going right now.
Okay. Somebody was asking your favorite guess. Do you know Scott's favorite team in the AL East?
It should be in the NL East instead of the AL East. Fuck.
I'm gonna double check. I lost the comment, but that's the.
Well, no, if it's the NL East, now I'm trying to think who's the goddamn NL East versus. I'll just say the Mets because they're New York. But if it should be the AL East, it should be the Yankees instead of his goddamn Toronto Blue Jays.
Let's go.
You can have your Toronto hockey team. Give me my New York baseball team.
Say his name and he
appears.
We believe in Joe Hendry.
I'm so glad he got out of that casket so fast, right? Because he got buried so much at WrestleMania, right?
He's just going to get buried again, guys. It's unfortunate. No, this is awesome. We just saw Joe coming off a WrestleMania moment. And again, here he is on NXT. Joe Hendry in the house.
Worlds collide when we get AAA meets NXT. We get Joe Hendry versus Obafemi, TNA champion versus NXT champion. Calling it now.
Could be. Why wouldn't there not be? There's a good chance Vikingo is going to be the mega champion very soon. If he's not already. Maybe. They love triple threats.
Well, Triple H loves triple threats. Gee, I'm shocked.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry in the house again. Twice been surprised by Joe Hendry this weekend.
Yeah, we didn't even have to say his name and he showed up.
Yeah, this time he just showed up on his own accord.
Right.
We believe. The guy
I believe in that homie's mullet.
Right? WWE even put out Joe Hendry merch, which this guy's going to bank on and, a little cut on. Like, I mean, this is nothing but amazing for Joe. And people trying to put a negative narrative on this are crazy.
No, it's the Princess Bride. You keep using that term. I don't think you know what it means. That's what it is. I don't think when people say buried, fumbled, stupid shit like that anymore online, I think you don't know what that really means. I don't think you fully understand what you're saying.
People, I think there's this really kind of slant, and I mean, more now than ever, like the focus is on wins and losses. Like, again, wins and losses always played a role in it, but it was the story being told within those wins and losses that really, really resonated.
The company that promoted wins and losses on their fucking nameplates and everything doesn't give a shit about wins and losses anymore. So why the fuck do we?
Right? No, I mean, again, I got a lot of points to that. And I mean, at the end of the day, you have, Joe has that moment and it is so amazing. And you saw the outpouring. I saw countless wrestlers tweeting it out and congratulating him, giving him his flowers.
Haku, did he just come up and tongue and death grip you? But even AJ Francis, failure to launch there, even said that if you think Joe Hendry got buried in that moment, you don't know what the term means.
Yeah, no, I don't get it fundamentally of what it actually looks like and what it's supposed to be. Like, they don't realize how over Joe got put. All they understand is he lost a short match.
Buzzword.
I tried.
Never you do us all a favor, but now is Trick out here doing his closest, Triple H cosplay of denim and leather together in the same outfit.
But Joe says Trick's not the man he used to be. Not the man he tagged with way back when. So maybe we're gonna get Joe and Trick.
I still think we could get a triple threat between these three at some point. Do we have? We have Ethan Page versus Joe Hendry at Rebellion lined up for the TNA World Title. It's like
absolutely.
I'm trying to think what's the next. Oh, now he squares up with Oba, but what's the next NXT Premium Live event, special event?
It's coming up May 24 Battleground.
There you go.
May 24th weekend, I believe.
They're both beating the piss tar and leather out of Trick.
It's the night after Saturday Night Main Event. And there goes Trick. As Oba and Joe standing tall.
Slow tease, slow burn.
Yeah. And where does it go? What does it mean? How does this work out?
Low right. I go swing left. I go right. As we're out in the desert.
What is this?
Joe Pesci? Where are you? Robert De Niro?
Folks, it's official. We're just waiting for the pickup truck.
Yeah, we're out here. Bro, he's about to get whacked. You got to know when to hold him.
Stacks out in the desert.
Why is a fucking red Charger showing up out here to meet you in the middle of fucking nowhere?
Isn't Tony the guy in the red Charger?
Yeah. No, Crucifino.
Crucifino.
I didn't know that we switched into Better Call Saul, or is this Breaking Bad? Which one is it?
Yeah, it might feel a little casino. Like somebody might get buried.
I very much thought it was that way with that. That's what I was saying. Joe Pesci, Robert De Niro.
There you got that vibe. No one knows.
Where's Tony? Where's Soprano?
Right. Stacks Mahomes.
Yeah. Now that you said that, MDB, I can't ever look at this man not thinking he's Patrick Mahomes in a very punchable face.
Right? He just doesn't. He needs the Kermit voice, and we got it all.
I almost wanted to try it, but I'm like, I don't know if I can try it live.
NXT Sopranos. I literally started watching Sopranos last week. I'm halfway through season 1.
Oh, you are in for a thrill of. I watched Sopranos. That used to be mine and Pop's thing of literally. That was literally when we were living together at one point of watch Sopranos and all that. And now I've literally gone through and found a channel that does commentary breakdowns of each episode. So now I've watched the replay. I watched the season and then rewatched the season by someone else watching the season.
That's awesome. No, I'm into it. I'm 6 episodes in, so we'll see where it goes. There you go.
Woke up this morning and got yourself a gun. Why? I didn't find myself that, but I might find myself a pause.
Find yourself out. My favorite baseball team is the New York Yankees. There you go. Not a fan, Scotty. I'm sorry. The Blue Jays have been held down so long by the Yankees and the Sox. So hopefully things are getting better for Toronto. But I'd rather see the Sox win than the Yankees win. I said it. Timothy Thatcher on Evolve. Yes, sir. Oh, son of a bitch. But we roll on, folks. We're in a commercial break. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend. Click all the buttons. Be a part of all the shows. Don't forget, we still have Stephanie taking on Roxy coming up and so much more coming your way. Tomorrow, we're back at it, Dynamite TNA. We're doing a TNA stream. We need a love for those TNA streams. Make sure you show up and show out on Thursday. Friday, SmackDown's back. TLC and John Cena, I do believe, but we'll find out. Rebellion on Sunday. We got so much more coming your way, folks, and we're looking forward to it all year long. Not a Yankees fan either. It's just, you know what? I'll be honest. It's envy. It's years and years of watching them win. Even years where, Toronto had really good teams. The Yankees were hot or Boston was hot. And so it's such a tough division to be in. Love the Yanks. Where do you get off telling me anything, you mutter? Hey. But Nick is watching people watching Sopranos. Yeah, right? Crazy. Sopranos is goated. Yeah, let me know. Let me know in the and what other shows should I go back and catch. But I never watched The Sopranos when it was big. So just last week I started it. I'm like I said, partway through season 1, figuring out all the moving pieces. 2-1. Yes, Dale. Bummer. But Ottawa just found a way to get one in, and it's a 2-1 game halfway through. So still going. What's your thoughts on Ricky Saints versus Alexis King next week? Fun match, good match. I think there's a chance here, Damian. Just, give a very over babyface champion a good win. Lexis is becoming a good hand. Like, Lexis is becoming a young veteran. Not to hijack someone else's gimmick. But, yeah, Lexis go in and do a decent job. Lexis still trying to find his way a little bit. But it's a good match. A good, fun match. Sons I've watched through like 3 times, my guy. I pretty much know it off by heart. It's ridiculous. Got that one? I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out on the rain. What song is that? The desert, you can remember your name. That's got to be a song, right? I told you before, this shit started. Lucas swims with the fishes. He swim with the fishes. Tony's meeting in the desert, or Stacks is meeting in the desert, trying to turn the family. So it does look like, at least as it stands now, Stacks acted alone. It wasn't this big, conspiracy between the whole family. Stacks made the choice. Now Stacks is trying to convince the family to follow him. Did Stacks whack Luca? Well, I don't think so yet. Yo, CJ. Where's CJ? Malik, how you doing? Breaking Bad. I love Breaking Bad. Entourage, one of my favorite ever. You guys are killing this. I love it. Entourage, one of my favorites ever. We're gonna get Nick on this. Hashtag good hand. Yeah, I mean, he really is becoming like a good hand. Like, he doesn't give you a bad match, maybe not the most exciting match, and it's a guy that you don't like. You kind of like watching lose. So, yeah. Sorry, there was a thank you, Paul. Thank you. Up here, it's hard to run through the Rolodex. KJ, because I don't know, are the Chuck brothers really bad guys? They're a bad guy if you are on an opposing team. They're outstanding people, as far as I know, but ultimately, they're pests. They're physical. They can be dirty. They can be chippy. They play very much like their dad did. And that doesn't make them bad guys. It makes them a fucking horrible opponent, though. It's like Marchand. Marchand is an absolute rat face, pain in the ass. But if he's your teammate, you love him. Don't just randomly mention horses around KJ. Yeah, I twitch out, guys. You got to be careful. I got that horseophobia. Who do you think takes NXT Women's title off Stephanie? It's a wide open range. I think Jordan would be the front runner, Damian. I think because, wait a minute. We got Trick in the back throwing a temper tantrum. Off comes the jacket. We got green. I don't know what that means. Oh, we're blacked out. Are you blacked out as well? Breaking Bad is good. Breaking Bad was really good. I really did like it. Yeah, I mean, right up until the end, I thought it was really, really good. One of my favorites of all time, maybe my favorite of all time, Paul, is Oz. Oz was so good. I've watched Oz. Oz, Sons of Anarchy is up there as well. I mean, insanely good shows. A show that's underrated, Gotham. Yeah, but they left us hanging, JV. What's up? Where'd it go? I think COVID killed Gotham. John from Cincinnati. True Blood. I'm watching actually kind of restarted True Blood on season 3 right now of the rewatch. Never watched Scrubs. Letterkenny's the bomb. If you are a Letterkenny fan, if you're a hockey fan, you got to look up and find Shoresy, the spin-off of Letterkenny. I've watched it probably like complete series like 5 times. It's half-an-hour shows. It's super fast. if you're a hockey fan, if you are a Letterkenny fan, if you want just a glimpse into Canadian small town hockey, go watch Shoresy. CM Punk's always wearing the Blueberry Bulldog on his hoodie, and it's outstanding. But here comes Dark State. Sol Ruka with Alita style tonight. Sol Ruka's on the next level right now, folks. A horse with no name. My favorite kind of horse. I think you better call Saul. I never watched Saul. I never did. Is that worth a watch? That's true. And I love his role on Breaking Bad. So the spinoff, but never really got into it. Go Panthers. Panthers are good. I hope they get I hope they kind of get upset here, Jose, but they're good. They're good. Defending champs. Trick on Rampage, right? But we are off and running. I guess I should have put a poll up. I can do that now, folks. But here we go. We got Javon Evans and Miles Bourne teaming up. At least we think that's Miles Bourne. We're not sure. Could be anybody. Dun, dun, dun. Against Lennox. As we are getting a little bit of action from Deep State, Dark State, Wine and Dine State. But let's go. Who you taking? Blacked out, yep, a little bit of a production problem. Dynamite tomorrow. It's going to be fun. We're going to be fun. We'll see how it goes. Coming off Spring Breakthrough. That was absolutely their best show in 2025. So I hope they can follow it up. I only got blacked out on the weekends. Be careful. Be safe. Gauge your way. Toronto Blue Jays versus Houston Astros. Go Blue Jays. Go Blue Jays. Since I'm black, I'm just out. Oh, IMDb. I can't make the jokes. I can't give you a comeback. I'll get in trouble. The Wire's good. Wire's really good. Haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, definitely a great show. Never watched The Shield. But Javon going off the ropes. Off the other side. Tope caught. Psych. Okay. Never watched Psych. Oh shit, here comes Bourne. Up and over, everybody down. Randy Orton and Javon Evans. Yeah, Mini Randy. Ali James in attendance tonight, former NXT superstar. Interesting. Succession have not seen. Retribution 2.0. I know, we're waiting to see if they're going to do more. Definitely a young athletic group, but we go to commercial break, folks, and the night rolls on. Keep it coming. Keep this chat going. It's been a fun one tonight. As I'm back to the action after a little short blackout. Javon in control right now. Javon and Miles for the win. What did the chat say? 61% going Dark State. Noam Dar is the new Heritage Cup champion. Wrestling God. Yes, they are. Or yes, he is. Noam is back. A surprise return. Gets the win. New champ. Trailer Park Boys filmed in Canada. Yeah, 3 Canadian guys. Nova Scotia. Been out that way. Lived out that way. One of the best ever. Speaking of Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, so thanks. Love you. I thought you were going to give me the credit of coming in on the best ever, but maybe guess not so much. But yeah, no, 100%. That is literally, that's a decade of my life of just literally fresh out of college, in college, of watching Trailer Park Boys. That's we still crazy. Constantly quote it. I still every now and then, like, I can't buy jalapeno chips, and I had to enunciate 100% jalapeno chips in my household, right, without even my wife being like, goddamn jalapeno chips.
Right. Anytime I see that word written in print somewhere, sign, doesn't matter, I say it out loud.
I'm mowing the air, Randy, 100%. And even the movies alone were fantastic. And again, that's why
Right.
Letterkenny works. I'm a huge Always Sunny
Have you
fan.
watched Shoresy?
I have seen clips. I have not watched
Watch
fully
Shoresy. It's a
Shoresy.
fun watch. It's a fun watch.
Well, and then you've got like the OGs of like The Walking Dead or anything like that.
I never finished
Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy. Dexter was one that I watched.
Dexter, I loved. I've only watched the OG Dexter though. I haven't watched all the spin-offs.
Yeah, no, fuck the sequels. That shit's stupid. Well, it's like all the sequels with The Walking Dead. I don't care anymore. I kind of lost interest with The Walking Dead past the point. I don't fucking care anymore.
Right. Have you ever been to Yukon? No. I mean, again, nobody really wants to be that cold ever. It's amazing that people live up in that neck of the woods. But yeah, no, beautiful, beautiful. I've had friends that lived out there, and what I never knew there was a thing. I live past the tree line. The fuck do you mean the tree line? Well, that's where trees stop growing. Well, that's where you should not be living. What are you doing?
I mean, you get all the open air. You get all the open air.
Yeah,
right. No, I didn't know Cornelius. I've never known him. All of that. I know he was a big fan of gold, but never was too familiar with Yukon out there.
Yeah, no. It's I'm good. But beautiful part of the wood, beautiful part of the world. Like Alaska as well, which we're still not quite sure how that's yours, but whatever.
We just took it.
We're like, we want this piece. We want this piece.
Well, that's kind of our history of just we want it, we take it. We're the Dwayne of the world of just we want it, it's ours. I don't give a shit if we didn't book it right. It's still our shit. Right.
As we're back to the action, folks. Who you taking, the baby faces or Dark State?
Not Dark State. I can fucking guarantee you that.
Right. Bubbles lived in a shed 100%. Green bastard from parts unknown.
Well, my name is Bubbles and I'm bad.
No, and that, dude, I told you 2 weeks ago they're launching like their own IPA. They did like an appearance at the liquor store 10 minutes from my house, and literally there was a lot, like an hour and a half wait to see these guys because they're that popular.
Yeah, it's crazy how they went from like just kind of, because when I first found out about them, they were more of just like you had to go through backwards ways and everything to find them, catch them, to watch it, especially living in the US. All of that, yes, we had a few Canadian channels, but to literally try and rewatch a whole series. Yeah, but then they just took the fuck off. Like, I think it was maybe the first movie is when they really like hit another level, and then Netflix signed them at some point. And then by then I'd already kind of, I don't want to say lost interest, but they'd kind of like almost gotten too big. Like I can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, that's one of the shows that I'll throw on in the background. So I've literally gone from like season 1 all the way through multiple times. Just countless.
It's so crazy that they're like, you can go 10 seasons and that's still when you're ending with like Sebastian Bach showing up with the train and everything. Like that's around what you're getting.
Power Slam. That was really nice. Super nice. No, the thing that blew my mind is when Snoop shows up with Tom Arnold.
Well, I mean, he fits that mold.
We're like, what the fuck?
If it could happen to me, it could happen to you.
Right. Anyway, folks, back to the action. We do have a match going on. Javon into the wrong territory right now, trying to get that tag.
Dion with the blind tag. Barney Cena gave us slack. What up? And as everybody should at this point. I don't know what we are at with likes and everything.
We are at 86. We need 14 to get to triple digits. Let's go. Get those thumbs out, folks, and start a poking.
Right. Even if you ain't hitchhiking, get them thumbs out.
Right. Let's go. Miss clothesline. As this virus is huge.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's a former collegiate football player and everything.
That helps.
Well, that's the easiest transition.
Right. As Born KO just lighten it up in here.
Well, with the big kip up. Like I said, he's just in the evolution of between him, Kyle Fletcher, and Randy Orton of
It's
I don't
crazy.
know who's Charmander and who's Charizard.
Right. Are you interested in Sol Ruka versus Liv Morgan Raquel for the women's tag titles? Yeah, absolutely. I like Zarya. I like Sol Ruka doing big things, and we're keeping Liv busy and Raquel busy because people like seeing them. Oh, he's caught again. Stop throwing yourself at him. You've been caught several
and just
times.
with the weakest attempt of like, I'm just gonna halfway leap over. Like, you ain't gonna get no bit of momentum, like nothing.
You might want to come up with a plan B here on this match.
Right.
As again, they look physically strong. And like
they look generic as fuck.
Maybe.
And they win. And they look generic as fuck.
I don't think
faction is generic as hell. I'm literally trying to walk back swearing. This whole faction is generic.
Good.
The crew is generic. The reason is generic. The gear is generic. The motivation is generic.
They look
why do I care? Why do I care? Give me a reason. Why should I care? Tell me on why I should care.
You know, listen, I mean, everybody starts a new job. Like you gotta earn your stripes. You gotta get in there. They get another big win. They got the no quarter catch crew on the ramp checking them out. We'll see where this goes. But I think they look good.
MGB. Nick, respectfully, shut your ass up. I'm the one with the microphone.
Right. Dark State.
Is this why I have to say it cross Indian style and everything? And say I take the wrestling for life moniker off of my microphone or something.
Right. I can mute you. But Ava in the back with Spears. I forgot. Next time yell. Let's go. Oh, hey, yeah. Yoshi. Yoshi's becoming my fave, man.
I'm more of maybe a Wario or a Waluigi guy, but you can take Yoshi. Maybe Baby Bowser. I might be a Baby Bowser guy.
Right? I mean, Yoshi, I'll go Wario, but Yoshi's a good pick.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, he's out there known for being the back shots and being the fucking carrier of Mario, the fucking whole base of this gimmick. But yeah.
Right. Yoshi Inamura. What's wrong?
Why? What? Does he need a fucking voice box? What is going on? Why can't he speak? Why can't he speak?
Somebody get this man his puffer. Luigi's my guy. He's green. I think Yoshi's also green. I'll take that.
You think? You don't know?
Leaving. Farewell.
So long, farewell. Arvidas and goodbye. Hachu, hachu, hachu to you and you.
Wait, what?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Old Japanese secret. What does that mean? Did he get a title match because he's leaving? What happened?
I don't even want to guess or guesstimate on that. Like, what the fuck was that? That was bad. This is now when we can say we're getting back to regular scheduled programming, because this was just your regular NXT antics of like, this has been good, but some of it's been bad. Very bad.
Give Yoshi some love. Come on now.
Well, I will give him a mushroom, but I don't know how much love I need to give him.
If I were Tony, I'd be pleased after the shit I seen this weekend. Yeah, probably not, though, because if you look on the grand scheme of things, when you tune in, you see how many people are there to see that product. That hurts your ego company to company, right? Like, not saying that they should, but I'm just thinking if I was Tony. I think what I would feel, or what I would hope Tony feels, is an opportunity. You got a lot of praise for Spring Breakthrough. WrestleMania didn't get the love that it was hoping. Raw comes out and cooks, torches. So now you have an opportunity to put on a really good show this week. Get your positive headlines. A lot of negativity and a lot of bad energy has come out towards WWE in the last little bit. Justified or not, it is there. This is a chance that, just shut up, which Tony has been quiet, and just go about business. and get a good product in front of us, Nick.
Well, absolutely. Well, was Ava Rain raining tonight, my guy?
Ava Rain. No, I didn't even notice. I can't remember.
Fair enough. But no, again, if I worked there, if I'm putting my shoes in my feet in Tony Khan's shoes, if I'm lacing those boots up, then yeah, I want to make sure that they're exposing, they have a layer of weakness right now.
Right.
So let me become the next level of some positivity of a conversation of there's an open window. So let me see if I can slide in there with that. But I don't want to go in with the expectation that they like need to have the best, like they need to have some show out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, again, I think that's where you want Tony stay the course. I think for an own, like the momentum of the company heading into Double or Nothing, I think if he can have some really good shows here, have a surprisingly good Double or Nothing, because it's been a bit of an like looked past, and it really helps a nice strong momentum going towards All In. And maybe no matter how many people go to All In, you make it your WrestleMania, you make it count. You keep the shitty matches off the card and you deliver a solid pay-per-view. It's a nice run. It's a nice 2025 because now we're, past the halfway point after All In. That's what I would do if I was Tony. Stay my lane.
By the way, don't anyone forget that we do also still have Double or Nothing, to where even the man who said he wouldn't forget about Double or Nothing, we do still have Double or Nothing. If it means worth a fuck at this point, if it's not just a buy one, get one voucher type of vibe. Yeah, you do have that you're playing forward to. But again, we're literally at this point. That is the backlash. That is a B show, C show, pay-per-view that is almost a special dynamite you use to get through to build more towards All In.
Right. Double or Nothing. I'll take 2 nothings, please.
Facts. That's where they are with booking. That's where the fan base is. That's where a lot of people are.
Fair enough. But I really do think they have a chance here. And that's all I mean. Again, it's the same thing that people said, like, let's say it was the worst WrestleMania in history. I don't think it was, but let's say it was. And the commentary of, well, they're in trouble now. Like, oh, they're on the brinks. They're falling apart. That's just not true, folks. It's fundamentally not true.
It's still super interesting that AEW theoretically has the players on the board to where they could have a show that would challenge it respectfully with Kenny and Okada. If that was New Japan Kenny versus Okada, that challenges 41. If you could do a Hangman versus Swerve or an Ospreay Swerve.
Tony. Sorry, Nick, we got Tony. But yeah, 100%, my guy. Like, Dynasty was better than WrestleMania Night 1.
Oh, shit. Oh, and by the way, halfway, I thought you were mentioning the late 80s, early 90s, band of Tony.
We're back on TV shows?
Well, I was just, you mentioned Tony, so I thought I was there.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
As Rizzo living out of a hotel room. Well, so do you think that this is the rebirth of the family or the end of the family?
I think it's the end of the family. They're like, but everyone's on the lam now. Like,
the fans are watching.
Cinema, Nick. Cinema.
No, this is daytime drama. This ain't cinema.
Right?
This is Days of Our Paisans.
Yeah, I was going to say, Days of Our Mobster.
Yeah, right. As the Soprano turns, this is what this is.
Nice. But yeah, no, again, I think that this one's going to be interesting. Like, what other part of this?
Well, now it's, do you split it up like Chase U to where Crucifino's, he's the Evolve guy, he's the attorney for Evolve, what have you. Rizzo might get one of those of, you've been here long enough, or you've been here, but you didn't get enough spaghetti sauce on you, what have you, so you can keep it going. Tony, I don't know where he ends up. Does he go to the main roster? He's just a job guy, I think, at this point on the main roster.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
stats, maybe you try and make him a viable guy in
Yeah.
NXT because you ran your course with Tony.
Yeah, I don't know what you do with Tony on the main roster right now or how he fits in, or do you augment his gimmick enough that it feels a little less campy? Like these skits come off a little, like you said, daytime drama. Like right
Yeah.
now, like I mean, they're not hired to be actors at the end of the day. And but Rizzo's packing to leave, and he's saying I might have to. Basically, I'm going to war with Stacks, and the family's divided on who to support, if anyone at all.
I'm going to say this because I know you mentioned The Sopranos earlier, and just I'm trying to aim for a segue point here.
Right.
Well, this feels like when Tony's going to war with the New York family, with he's going to war with Johnny. I don't know if you're there yet or anything, but yeah, this is a whole lot of I don't really give too much of a fuck about.
Right.
I feel like Tony might have Nunzio'd himself. All due respect to the legend that is Nunzio, but I think Nunzio was forever Nunzio. Does Tony D'Angelo hot sub sandwich always stay Tony D'Angelo?
Right. I don't know. It's a good question. But we got Ricky Saints in the back with Sarah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm happy for Noemi says, happy birthday, Jack Nicholson, an absolute G.
Absolutely.
Kevin, let's go. Giving us some love. We do appreciate it, Kev. Right. It's time for the main event. Yeah, the ladies are coming up next. You know what? I've been slacking tonight on the polls. I'll get this one up early and on time at least. Who wins?
Don't worry. I don't think you're the only one that's got a poll up and early on this one, my guy.
So you taking Steph
quack. All right.
And again, there hasn't been a lot of Ethan Page, but Lex is king.
My NXT Heritage Cup. I didn't have nothing to do with you being a fucking loser, so why are you fighting me over it?
Right? But maybe
what did I do to cost you? You came out and challenged me and your ass lost. What the fuck did I do to you, sir?
It's self-esteem. Steam of your motherfucking self. Come on now. But yeah, no, I mean, maybe this is good for Lexus. Maybe Ricky can get a little more heel out of Lexus.
Yeah, I'm so glad we can watch NXT Rampage.
It's crazy. You can't say that. It breaks my heart. I will say this.
Yes. It breaks your heart, but can you defend it? Can you defend it?
And it makes me happy that people are mad about it. Like, what do you want me to do? It's like, it happens in all sports. You don't see the value in a guy and someone else does. It happens all the fucking time. But I like the tit for tat. I want to see guys and girls go change companies. It makes it exciting. But I will say the people out there going, oh, look, they got Rusev, another AEW guy. You got to knock that off, guys. Learn your history. Like even people literally said the new Paul Heyman shtick is just copying the Don Callis family.
Oh, no, that's fucking stupid. That one right there is fucking stupid. If anything, Don Callis is a Heyman knockoff. If that's
he's the OG of OGs. Heyman been doing this since the 70s.
Well, that's the thing is there was people out there saying comparing Braun and Seth with Heyman to the Dangerous Alliance, which you got to have gray hairs in your beards or your mustaches, or at least some hair, some follicle on you is gray. If you know what the Dangerous Alliance is,
right? No, I agree with you, and I mean again, so that's where people need to learn their history before they start spouting off. Because I mean, again, accusing Paul of copying like a heel faction group is crazy. It'd be like accusing Bobby Heenan of copying. Like, let's be real, guys. At the end of the day, it made me laugh. It really made me laugh. But I do like this. And who else can fit into it? Will they make it big? I think take Becky. It will make Becky relevant again. It will kind of put a different feel to Becky for the first time in a long time.
Well, I think that's all but set in stone. I don't even know if it exactly would be a different feel to Becky. It would be, to me, an alteration, a variation of big time Bex. I think I've said it a bit of, even with this Rollins thing, I think it's a variation of the Monday Night Messiah. I'm doing what's best for business.
Right.
I'm doing, to keep this business alive. I'm the guy who's right here. I'm trying to help you.
Right. Yeah. 100%, Nick. As right now, 94% of the list, literally, I can close I can close the poll. Easy for me to say. Steph 90, and literally going I misspelled rocks for 10%.
Well, you were just in the middle of your popping and rocking there, my
Right.
guy.
Didn't go so well.
But yeah, I agree with you that this could be the Roxanne farewell tour here.
I think so. Again, I think you let Steph go over large here. Again, not a lot of big surprises tonight, so I wonder if there's anything being saved for now. But we will see. We will see.
Yeah, what do you have left that you could still do with Roxanne that you haven't done already?
Right.
Like, she just beats everyone in one night. Like, that's, I think, the only thing that's left out there.
Right. Pox. Yeah, Pox for the win. John Poxley in the house.
Hey, at least we'll see the championship then.
Right.
Because you always got to expose them chicken pox. That's how you get them parties.
Right. Chris mentioning the idea of Cross joining. I know you and I kind of feel like I wouldn't be mad about it, Nick, but I do think Cross is on a solo mission right now.
Yeah, no, I think he gets lost in the shuffle. That's the thing. Of he's good enough on his own. Keep him on his own. He is 100%. He has not only broken through the glass ceiling, he has sat there and torn the motherfucker down.
Right.
So keep him solo, keep him individual.
Right.
Don't let, if we're going to go this Evolution 2.0 angle, Cross doesn't fit that. Cross fits his own motive.
That's where I kind of I thought like a Jeff Cobb. It would be a really big surprise. And Jeff Cobb looks like another guy that you could like, that feels like a Heyman guy that he could put his arm around and groom. The fuck is NXT Focus?
I don't know, but now that you keep saying Jeff Cobb, I'm almost halfway surprised we didn't get Jeff Cobb tonight.
Right. What is this? Are we going to high
Andre Chase?
Opening Chase U?
Yeah, this very much looks like Andre Chase.
You very much, yeah. You say it with disappointment too. Like, there's probably
as we should. Yeah, see, Chase U. So it is Andre goddamn Chase. So we're just going to act like a month of story didn't happen.
They're back. The big turn of the week. Fuck WrestleMania. Forget Randy Orton. Forget Joe Hendry. Chase U is back.
Oh, we don't care. But why? How did it happen? Where, when, and why?
They were like, "What else do you want? What else can you do, Andre?" He's like, I can be like a university guy, kind of like a professor, but a cool one."
Have you ever seen the show Community?
Yeah. Apparently, that's all he's got. So they ran it back.
Fucking release him, man. Like, do something else. Do something else.
Some people said, okay, it was funny. Went away. No, it's still there, Spaz. I got you. But we just got distracted by Chase.
Right.
But yeah, Stephanie Vancouver coming out. Another 5 bones in the bank, thanks to Spaz. How you doing?
Oh, I'm reading this one.
You don't have to.
When AW started, people acted like they created factions. I'm over here like, excuse me, sir. The oddities would like a word, and they say nay. Yeah, well, 100% with that. But I guess speaking of factions, Chase U. On one hand, I kind of liked Chase U when they were there, but like, you ended, so don't come back. Like,
right.
Leave well enough alone. Leave bodies in the ground.
Right.
Can we not, disgrace this burial?
Right. I love it. Rusev would be, what do you think about Rusev with Paul Heyman?
Well, you just need someone to translate or something, or someone to make sense.
Paul doing the talking for Rusev's not terrible.
Well, I mean, he's known to be, he's out there like that. Cornette will always be the voice for the foreign heels. I just hope we don't get this, scorn lovers gimmick between Paul Heyman and Miro or anything like that out there.
Right. Viva Las Vegas. What's up, Mr. Quake? Steph. There we go. But yeah, huge favorite Steph here. I couldn't imagine seeing a twist and Roxy winning this, but it's been a week. It's been a week for holy shit. Like, my God, Chase U is back. Expect the unexpected, folks.
Always expect the Spanish Inquisition, but yeah. This almost feels like this is the most slam dunk of like, I don't even know what surprise to expect here. Like, the biggest one would be, I guess, Roxanne wins, which is more of just, so we're getting Roxanne for more in NXT. Like, I don't expect a debut, a reveal, what have you here.
No. I think I'm expecting a really good match, though.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
We both taking Steph?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take Booker T. How about that? I'll take Booker T.
Winning already.
This match.
Booker T's already got the dub in this one. Front row seats, and he loves it.
Suck it, duck it, quack, quack.
Julia Gulia will interfere. Could be. Stephanie and Roxy with. You imagine? I mean, Julia pops up and helps Roxy win the belt. It'd be crazy.
But then we're just running back Roxanne's in NXT for a while, which again, I think she's really outgrown her britches over here. I don't know what else she has left to accomplish. What else feels big? Does it become a law of diminishing returns?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, again, a very good question because we keep anticipating it, right?
Well, it's just she kind of has outgrown this a little bit.
Maybe. I mean, it's again, she's running out of things to do. So we'll see. I think she put Steph over here. We'll see how it goes. I heard Trick is getting the call up. Rumors.
Well, the whole rumor about, even the whole pairing of Julia and Roxanne feels more like an elevation for Julia than it does anything with Roxanne. So I think that's the sign of you started to outgrow this shit. Yeah. Like, you getting paired with somebody is never advancing you. You're now advancing someone else.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I mean, there's many examples of coming together and enhancing both talents. I think it definitely helps. It definitely helps Julia from a like a promo side of things, the talking side of things. But I think overall, I think it just made it more impactful, to be honest. But if they are working together, we'll see what that means, what that looks like.
Fair enough. As Steph shoots Roxanne in a corner, hair whip. Tweet top, NXT, hop over. Well, that's a hell of a counter of like, all right, well, I'm expecting you to hop over me. No, I'm going to just pin you like this.
Right. Misses the elbow. Irish whip.
I think Io interfered. That would be really interesting. Ooh. Seeing how she interfered in Io's affairs. So,
true. Yeah, it could get an interesting end to this one, especially again because we haven't had like Noam Dar was kind of the big moment and the return of Chase U. So, yeah, those were the two things that we kind of.
But that's always been the question. Now is NXT after Stand and Deliver, should it be Gage expected to be on that level of Raw after Mania, or is it just back to regular scheduled programming?
Yeah, I'm kind of pushing for it to be a little more than just regular scheduled programming. Make it kind of fun. I mean, again, I think there's only so much we can do. But yeah, I'm okay. Like, let's make it a big deal.
Well, especially when you're still in the same city that you were just in. That might be even a bit more. Yeah. Right.
Britt Baker by the end of 2025. We'll see. I don't know where it's at, where she's at with it all.
Well, we still haven't even fully talked about the Bailey interview, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, we put it on a pin like an hour and a half ago.
I know, and then all the wrestling actually happened.
Stuff happened. Roxy taking down Staff. Again, Roxy's become a hell of a heel and a great talent in the ring.
Has she secretly, silently, slowly become like a vet a little bit of like just one of those of she's just
Crazy.
You establish where she's at, like she knows their style now, like she gets it. She gets it, and that's a bit even why you want her on the main roster, because she fucking gets it.
Right. It's crazy to think, Little Roxy has become a bit of a vet of this system. Been there for a hot minute, been the champ twice. Again, the prodigy is fitting for this woman, and big fan of this match. Nice start to this match. Quiet, the crowd again a little quiet.
Yes, quiet on a Rampage crowd, but yeah, has the prophecy come to fruition with Roxanne Perez?
Sorry,
it has the prophecy come to fruition.
Yeah, I think Roxanne versus BJ Penn. She is kind of like the BJ Penn. Like that's like not instead of verse, like equal.
Yeah, they both look like they could be Hawaiian. They're both in like the 155-pound division. Both southpaws. Yeah.
Right. Both southpaws. I like that touch. Remember 2 months. Cupcake City. Worth it.
Dirty. Oh, dirty.
I feel like this crowd on the Tuesday is just like WWE'd out.
yeah. Vegas might be wrestled out.
Yeah, we had enough.
This is very much. We might have. We're all hung over here watching this right now.
Yeah, like on day 2 or 3 of a really good party of like, I really need everyone to get out of my house now, guys.
Everyone's out there. You're just wearing the sunglasses because you don't want people to see how droopy your fucking eyes are. Of like, I'm over all of this shit now.
Yeah.
That's a little, we woke up in Vegas and this is more the hangover instead of the honeymoon.
Yeah, we had a fun time, but if you don't leave, we will stop being friends. So please get out. Please now go.
You can leave or I can ask you to leave.
Yeah. Didn't BJ Penn get knocked out a bar like 5 years ago? Knocked out at, that was the clip going around that he got. Yeah, I mean,
BJ also stopped fighting like 10, 15 years ago and everything. And again, still, when you still got to remember, BJ Penn was BJ Penn at one point.
Yeah. MTP, I want to go home. That's like when you're kind of, at least in the younger days, put it that way. But when you found somebody you kind of want to hang out with, but they won't leave the fucking situation, you're like, oh my God, how long do I got to stay here? I'm not leaving though.
I need to upset you to tell you to fuck off?
We're just hanging. All right, we'll hang. Come on, we just want to go home.
Folks, if you're about to see me and KJ see who can upset the other one first, they can leave first.
Right.
We've spent enough time together. We're breaking up.
Right. Let's go.
No, let's not. Let's stay
out. Kicked out. Facts, right? You're just like hanging around. I don't even like your stupid friends, but fuck. I'm pot committed. What do? I can't go home. Not alone. Not after all.
You don't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. By the way, we do like enjoying being here, doing all the streams and everything, as much as we're talking about people leaving and getting the hell up on out of here.
Oh no, I don't think anybody took it. I hope nobody took it that way.
Just clarifying.
Yeah. Nick's sitting there like, oh shit, are we saying goodbye? What's happening?
Yeah, a little bit.
Nick's the guy that fell asleep and woke back up like, is the party still happening?
Literally, sometimes you be there.
Sometimes those mid-party naps are necessary.
That's just how you know you're getting old.
Or you start way too early.
Both?
Is both nowadays, yeah, for sure. Turning the light.
Stephanie about to go clappy, shucky ducky.
There we go.
Yeah, we got the knees and that booty smack.
The whole crowd is with it. I still don't know if I think Booker might want to be quiet during this part of the
but even you can see Roxanne, if she's out there like
The birth.
Quack, quack, quack. Fucking Mighty Ducks. Quack, quack, quack.
Vegas is winning. Yeah, the clappers. It's
on.
clappers. Let's go. Vengeance Day 05 Battleground and WrestleMania 41. Mr. Quake, not sure. Are we playing like word association games? What are pay-per-view? I think that's gonna need a bigger. I think
you're gonna need a bigger booty.
As we're locked up here again, the crowd really quiet. Like, bro, I think the match is going well, but there's no energy in the building.
I don't think there's any energy left to be had in Vegas. I think they sucked the energy out of it a little bit. They knew when to hold them, and they didn't know exactly when to fold them.
It's like everyone's sitting in the crowd drinking Alka-Seltzer.
Well, my guy sat there and had to clarify if we're not sending the package in here and everything, because that's a little bit of where this kind of feels. Of like,
take that away?
But this is like, we've been through the hills, we've been through WrestleMania, we've been through the Raw after Mania. This feels like everyone's just kind of, we're good. On to the next one.
What is? We got the crossface. We got a crossface. Somebody keep an eye on Nick. We got to make sure he's okay.
I'm never okay. You have to set a fucking parameter here.
Send hugs.
Drugs. Either one will work.
Yeah, facts. KJ and Nick, do you think that they're turning Dom and Liv babyface? Listen, Dom has become a babyface. The crowd is dictating it, and they're willing it. I don't know what happened. Liv, maybe just because she's friends with Dom now. Work the opposite way.
Liv was kind of always a bit of a face of you kind of wanted her, and then just out of nowhere you get dirty, dirty Dom, dirty, dirty Dom.
It's crazy. I don't know what happened. It's like the Twilight Zone.
I love it. I love
it.
I want some more of it.
Right? I like it. I love it.
I tried so hard. I can't rise above it.
Right. Dragon screw from Steph.
Ooh. SPB. That was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you know me.
So wait, hold on tight. I mean, we got not much time, but Steph gets a big win, goes over strong on the former champ. I think that was the biggest purpose of this moment. But
so long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. Which though SPB, like, can we not find a better name for Steph's kind of finisher? That's the little shoulder breaker thing. Like, I don't resonate with it. I know it's gonna be her finisher, but yeah,
I think
that's Roxanne Dunn. But yeah,
I don't love her finisher from a visual standpoint. Hey,
it doesn't look like it ends a match.
We got company. Her old friend is back. Julia wants that belt.
Coming soon instead of Roadblock, Road Construction.
Temporarily out of order.
Yeah, sorry for the convenience. Escalator temporarily out of order. Sorry for the convenience. Yeah, because this is how we ended. Oh, Julia and Stephanie eye to eye. And hey, guess what? We didn't even need to be here, but somehow we got here.
Yeah, again, just setting up, again, we got Battleground coming up. So setting up the rematch. Julia never got that one-on-one battle with Stephanie. So we'll see. I mean, there's a chance that Julia is a big threat still. Coming soon.
Never got that one-on-one. That the whole match at Roadblock didn't happen.
No, but that's when the title changed hands. She never got a rematch, so they would run it back, and she got the Fatal 4-Way instead. So again, if they're going to run back Julia and Steph at Battleground, I'm in. But folks, that is the end of. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I was really curious of still why we're doing this, but anyways.
What do you mean? It's your two biggest stars. Like it doesn't mean someone else won't get involved either. But I mean, I think straightforward for this, having those two always linked together is good. Run it back.
Well, why did we switch to tease the switch? Like, why are we crisscrossing and applesaucing?
Well, we knew why the belts did what they did and how we got the vacate the North American title. So now, again, Julia's never got the return match. I think this is a good opportunity. I got no problem with them fighting again. I don't know what there would be an issue with that, with those two fighting.
Does someone get it? Well, you said it. Who would you say gets interjected?
I mean, Jordan's always in the midst. What's next for Parker? Are those two going to fight? It'll be very interesting how they make this happen. But Steph's on a tear. Steph's hot as hell. And Julia, again, we don't know if maybe Julia is going up sooner than later. So very intrigued. But ladies and gentlemen, NXT has come to the end. Get your ratings out of 10 and let us know how you feel. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was in between? And we will go from there. But Chair, giving it an 8. Chair, getting laughed at by Mr. Quake. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 8.5, 8.5. To be honest with you, that move should be a signature move and a setup for a finisher. Paul, I'm with you. I don't love her finisher as a finisher.
No, well, yeah. Well, even the move that we're moving in question, the shucky ducky of that's just a meme at this point. I don't know what exactly that accomplishes to anybody.
Smashing someone's face off the mat. If I know it's hard to look elsewhere, but they're definitely. But again, it's a great move to build towards.
She has 2 signatures and no finisher. She has 2 signatures and no finisher.
Well, that's where this started. I definitely, I agree. Her finisher, visually, her finisher doesn't have any pop to it. I know it's a nice move. It's a nice, modified neck breaker, but it doesn't feel like it just happens. It's just a move. I really do think she should consider a different finisher.
It doesn't feel like that ends the match, like a crossroads ends the match. The Superman punch, even the the spear and all of this, the RKO, what have you, attitude adjustments, they all feel like they end the match. Stephanie's doesn't.
Yeah, not at all. 8 out of 10, 8.5. The WFU for Life, Wrestling for Life Network. Remember, use the hashtags, folks. Let's get this growing, especially that WFU one. Spread the word. Let it be known where they should be. 8.5 from Quake. Jordan Grace was in the crowd too. Okay. Can you imagine Julia versus Asuka? That's probably going to be a thing someday.
Her versus Dio, her versus Julia, or her versus Kyrie, 100%.
Right. 7 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 7.5, 8, 8, 8, 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. I'm turning to Pac-Man here. All the 8s. Mike be in the outlier at 6. I'm exhausted. And I'm with you, Mike. I feel that.
See, there you hit the ghost. The boo.
9 out of 10. Roxanne could make a good Heyman girl. I think every time we get something like this, we get a little carried away. I don't think Roxy fits the group. If you're going to bring a female in, Mrs. Rollins might be the best fit.
Let this run its course a little bit. Like, we don't have to instantly just mob everybody to this. Let this explain why it's there, what the connection is, what their motivation is, and then you can slow play and release this person and that person. I think Becky's a favorite to go into there. Jeff Cobb's a great shout you mentioned earlier. Well, does this go Evolution 2.0? Does this go Shield 2.0? Does this become a whole new entity and create its own path? What have you?
Right. Absolutely. Do you think you could have booked it better? Well, you know what, Tony? You're going to get your opportunity of booking tomorrow night. We will be here live, 7:45, the usual time, live for Dynamite. The Young Bucks will be in action. So very interesting stat taking on Hater as the Owen continues. And then, of course, Thursday, we're doing a live Dynamite, folks. So be here with us. We want to see love for those those TNA Impact streams. Friday, SmackDown. Sunday, Rebellion. TNA, Rebellion. Sunday. We got all the wrestling, all the streams, all the fun. And again, we just do it at a different level, folks. But check out everything. Bradley was a nice nice comment here. But tomorrow night is the return of the best one-man show on YouTube for Dynamite starring KJ. Tomorrow night on the Wrestling for Life Network channel. After a week hiatus, you will see tomorrow night, everybody. Bradley, that is lovely, man. I appreciate it. Dynamite, we start with all the hopium, Nick. We want it to be a good show.
Absolutely. Well, 100%. And we're rebelling against the IWC. So join the rebellion, join, the fight against the good guy for the good guys and everything. Join the WFU, but 100%. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about wrestling, you want to put that for life with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Wow, my bad is calling my name. See you on the flip side, folks. Have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.